What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I've got another really awesome video for you today. We're going to be going back up to our friend's property. We're going to be sawing a 17-foot poplar log into 2x10x16 rafters. So we're going to be cutting a lot of rafters. We cut some yesterday. We're going to be finishing up the 16-foot rafters today. So let's go ahead and get started. So it's a little bit hard to tell in the video, but the log that I'm trying to pick up is down the hill from where the skid steer is, and so I was trying to pick it up on the tip of my forks. That was really all I could do, and as you can see, it's definitely wanting to pick up the back of the skid steer. The leverage just wasn't quite right. You can see when I turn here, I get it on the end of my forks, and then it does tip a little bit more. It's definitely a little bit sketchy being in the skid steer when that happens. So after a little bit of trial and error and re-maneuvering the log, I got it over into this position and I was able to pick it up really nicely and drop it on the sawmill. So after some more trial and error with the strap, we eventually were able to get the log in a good position where we could lay it back down on the bed on the big flat side, and we can make another cut on the top. Working with 16-foot logs, especially this big in diameter, is definitely a challenge. Having a couple of extra people on hand is almost a necessity. You have to have people watching where the log is relative to the sawmill. You have to have people watching where it is in all directions because that thing is massive and you definitely don't want it to take off on you. So now that we got the log back down safely on the bed, we're going to be making another pass on the top so that way we have two nice flat sides on the log. Cutting logs this big definitely creates a lot of sawdust. Just making one pass down the length of this log pretty much fills an entire 5-gallon bucket. So throughout the video, you'll notice the buckets getting changed out and dumped out many times. After we made that top cut, we actually went and cut the log in half completely. That made two halves that were a little bit easier to work with. Once we had our halves, we flipped them 90 degrees and started cutting our boards. So here's the stack. In total, we got 42 2x10x16 rafters. These are some really nice boards, and that poplar has such straight grain. I think they're gonna dry really nice too. Special thanks to my dad, my grandpa, Bill, Mike, and Richard for offering an extra set of hands while we saw these massive logs. You guys know who you are, and I really appreciate the help.